You know, awkward. It seems so weird to like have a camera sitting, but then the thing's looking there. But like this angle makes it look kind of different. Did you got dirty my shoes on? Full of mud. So guys, welcome back to another video. I think the last time I posted was last year, September, October, I think. Because I think it was just before my birthday. So we are here camping at the moment, as you can see. We are here in just on the other side of Worcester at a place called Klipkrans. Beautiful on the Breda River for the English people. Breda River. We are on the wide river. So no, it's beautiful. We've caught how many fish? Four. We've caught 4 fish. Caught 2 yesterday. And then 2 today. We caught 2 yesterday. Same. 1 catfish, 1 carp, but the catfish this morning, I'm so spate. What's spate in English? Like I'm so like disappointed, so sorry I didn't have the camera for me, because the thing is, all of yesterday I had the cameras ready pointing on the rods, ready for when a fish is on. This morning I thought, no, let me leave the camera alone for today, it's not gonna be worth it. But then they throw the rod in, and literally as I was putting it on the stand, there I felt the rod tug before I even put slack on the line, so that when the fish takes it runs with the line. Before I even did that, there I feel the rod pull, and then there I picked up a catfish. And I'm not touching that, neither is my dad. Like, I mean, I'm scared of the fish as it is. So yeah, I'm gonna take you along today on my venture of catching fish, doing all other kinds of funky things. And yeah, just stay tuned for the awesome things coming up in the video. You're looking for another spring somewhere, or at least something to put on. We're gonna now cook the French toast. So we've got our mix of eggs, milk, salt, pepper, and a cherry on top, sweet basil. Now unfortunately for me, I can't eat egg. Do not ask me why. But yeah, let's actually quickly pop this on the fire. Hey! Get out, hot. Yo. I can't forget the lekker bacon we have there. Ooh, lekker. Nothing better than, focus. Then French toast, lekker ice cold Corona, and then some, lekker syrup. I'm just busy having a quick little walk around the camp, just seeing what's what, because it's my first time camping here. My dad's camped here before, I'm busy camping with him at the moment. This place is beautiful, it's not that far actually. I think it was like an hour and a half, I'm going to keep walking that way. I'm not too sure if it's going to be like the best audio, because there is a massive pump going on there obviously for the campsite and everything. You know, so there's a pretty straightforward, just on the N7 till you get to Worcester, and then you go through Worcester, and then I think you turn left to get here or whatever. Well, you guys obviously wouldn't know, but I didn't post anything from my bivouac camp because I went with my girlfriend, my best friend, and his girlfriend. We did film quite a bit, not like a lot, but I mean, we did film, but I didn't upload anything. The footage was a little bit all over the place, man. Like, there wasn't really a plot on the storyline or anything like that. I'm gonna just keep an eye out, because there's springbok here. They've got wildlife here. They've got springbok, wildebeest, I'm just saying in the English way. Then they've got hemsbok or oryx, and I think they've got zebra as well. So maybe we might take a drive later, or I'll go take a drive to see if we can maybe find something like that. Busy walking out in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. That's where the pump is over there. And I've got to tell you guys something. Me and my dad, we packed, right? And then when it's me and my dad, we kind of do, I don't know, we do funny stuff. So we're packing, we're looking for the kettle, like the kettle that goes on the gas. We couldn't find it, so we just like kind of assumed that my dad's wife packed it in. And yeah, we forgot the kettle. So this morning, because we had made like fishing bait food to put on the spring for the fish. I'm out of breath, I'm unfit. This big belly of mine I must get rid of. But that's why I decided, let's go for a walk. And also this camera weighs like bloody 3 kilos. So I'm getting a little shoulder workout. So if you guys see me switch arms every once in a while, you know why. So as I was saying with the pop or the food, we're busy making the the food yesterday in a pot, like a normal stainless steel pot. And then this morning we were looking for the kettle, couldn't find it. So I had to clean the pot early this morning at like 6:30, because that's when I threw the first line in, and then I transferred the pot into a little plastic container just so we can use the pot. And I washed the pot, and we had to boil our water in the pot for our coffee, but it was quite nice. So didn't really had a little bit of a pop taste, but you know, that's fine. Yo, I'm out of breath. But as mainly this camera, if I was just walking normally, I wouldn't be out of breath. But as this camera, this thing is literally like 3 kilos. Busy walking, maybe looking for an animal. What I'm gonna do with that, but and the thing is, it's a prime lens, so it's a fixed 17mm. So if I see an animal up on the top of that mountain there, you ain't seeing nothing. You can barely even see the bush in front of me. So yeah, and also I was quite stupid with the camera I'm using. It's the Canon 5D Mark II, so it's full frame, and this is a vintage lens. And I had to ask my dad to hold the camera as if he's vlogging, so I can set the autofocus, because this lens has got no autofocus. So I hope I'm in focus right now. I'm still using this. If it's out of focus, then sorry guys, you guys don't have to watch whack footage. I think that's the 4x4 trail. Must be, because it's going up the mountain. It's got like an aperture ring. But I was shooting in full manual, and obviously I was walking through the trees and the shade and everything, and I was stupid. I didn't think to put it on, because I can't put it on auto, because the mic that I'm using. If I put it on auto, then it makes it too loud, and then the audio goes a bit funky. I discovered something. I'm not too sure if I told you guys that there's people there. Anyways, so don't know if I told you guys, but there's game here. So there's wildebeest or gnus, gemsbok, oryx, springbok and zebra. I've just spotted a trail. So these guys, they've been watering, the people that work here, they've been watering with this. So that means the sand in the soil is compact. Where did I see it now? There we go. Here we go. Something there. So trackers, there's the pointer bottom hoof. I'm not too sure what track that is. I think that's wildebeest. I've never stalked a wildebeest. Ooh, I'm pointing at the sky. I've never stalked a wildebeest, so I'm not entirely sure. I know there was more somewhere here this way. A different roof. There's another one. No, that's a kid. There we go. There's another one here. You can see I don't know if you guys can see it. It's there. There's, no, that's someone that's footprint. You guys can see there's one there. It's there. You guys can see it's quite small. I think this is not too sure what this is actually. There's one there. So you can see it's that same hoof print. Not too sure what hoof print is there. What hoof print is that? So I guess I'll have to keep an eye out for the buggers and see if we can maybe spot one, because that'll be a pretty dope thing to put on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys know, but I used to be a game ranger. So I used to take people out and go look at the animals and everything. So I'm pretty used to seeing these animals, but I can't really remember. It was quite a while ago. It was like almost a year ago since I last did it. So it's been a while. Crocodile, but if I see the animal, I obviously know what it is. Just the hoof prints I'm a little not too sure about, so I guess we'll have to keep an eye out and see if we can maybe show you guys. So yeah, let's have again, hold fingers. Yeah. Okay, so in this segment of the video, for all my people who don't know how to fish or don't know how to rig a fishing rod, is what's been happening here at Klipkrans is we cast in, we cast the rod, and then we let it sit, and then it sits for quite a while, and then what ends up happening is because it lays all the way down, and I think the fish, they dig it in or whatever or something like that, that what actually ends up happening is that the spring gets stuck in the sand, and then we actually have to end up ripping the rod we have to end up ripping the line, and then obviously if you use your jigger, then you get left with this, with just the bare naked line. So what I'm showing you in this segment is how to, or how I do it personally. So you want to grab your trusty old tackle box. Lovely, fixed. So what you want to get, so when I'm talking about the spring, I'm talking about something as such. I'm not too sure if it's focused or not. I hope it is. If it's not, I'll just take a photo of it and post. So I'm going to take one of these. But luckily, because we are such good fishermen, we have got ones that are pre-made. So this one looks nice. So this one, you'll see you've got this little segment here. So you've got your, I don't know what you call this thing, connect the bobby bob. You've got your line, you've got your spring that you load up with, as I said, as you heard before in the previous part of the video, the pup, or what we like to call the food for the fish, the lure for the fish. And then you've got your two hooks. Now these hooks are a little bit small for what we're trying to catch, but I've been noticing, because we've been putting slightly bigger hooks on, we've been putting these hooks on. It's quite a big one if you look compared to that. So I don't think they're biting that, because I don't know what's going on there. And then obviously you've got your wire, and then you've got your two hooks. So yeah, that's basically all it is. So let's pop that down on the side. Let's have a quick close of the box. There we go. All neat. Awesome. Now let's get started on the fishing rod. So luckily what I did was I made it a little bit longer so that I can work straight from, because this line that's here extra is connected to this. So I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up, because this is where it was on before. I'm just going to cut that off, put it on the table. Don't let it, guys. One more sip of motivation. And then I do have this thing. And I don't know if you guys most likely would definitely not be able to see this, but this little thing is a really big block here. Little eyelet. There we go. Sorted. So I've already planned this segment, that's why I had it ready. And what you're going to do is you obviously, big fingers, mate. You obviously want to just feed it through your eyelet, however much you want. Just obviously make sure you have enough string, should I say. And then basically what you just know. So what I do is I make a circle, then I pull the loop through, and then I make sure it's nice and neat. And then I will just keep on going through that same circle between 5 to 7 times, however many times, before I get bored. And you don't want to pull the knot closed on the first one that you do, because you want to keep on going. So I think that was 4. So now I was going to pull a little bit tighter, so I've got a little more to work with on this side here. And then I think that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. And then you'll see, we're watching with me, you'll see you pull, oh, sorry, wrong one. Pull, and then you've got a like a tight little clumped up knot over there, and you guys can see it's actually bloody to perfection, that. But anywho's, then you just want to neaten up a little bit, just want to cut all of it off, so that if it does get a bit loose, it doesn't. There we go. You just want to leave a little bit of excess, so if it does, pull loose, then when the fish eventually bites, it will then go nice, and it will then eventually go nice. And so as you can see here, you just unclip, you obviously drop your line, and then you reel in a little bit, and then there we go, guys. As you can see, she's on pretty nicely. So normally what we'll do is before our camping trip, we'll take out the tackle box and we'll take a few of these springs because we know it's going to get stuck in the river, and you know how much of a mission it is to do this every every time you cast, because you pull out, you sometimes get stuck, sometimes you get it out, sometimes it's a fight, sometimes you lose one hook. So every time before a camp, if we are fishing, we will then make a few of these just so that on the camp it's not such a strain, because it's quite a strenuous activity. It's not the most fun thing. Imagine having a good time. You holding a bitchy, you casting, catching fish, and no line breaks. Now I must build one of these. So yeah, that is how you put a fucking thing on a fucking line and to catch fucking fish. Thank you. So yeah, one of the beautiful things about fishing, this, is it's not always about catching the fish. It teaches you more than just like the actual catching the fish, but as everyone says, it teaches you patience, and it just shows that not everything must happen like this. You must let time, let everything settle, and then great things come. Another thing is it's very nice to catch the fish. It's exciting to reel in, take photos and all that, but it's not all about just catching the actual fish. It's more about like being out in nature and being with the fish and being in God's beautiful creation and stuff like that. And yeah, and I just think that camping, fishing, all that kind of stuff, being out in nature is just it's a perfect bond. I mean, who wouldn't like to sit at a camp with your off-road trailer, caravan, tent, car out on the floor? I don't know what your forte is, but just being out is just beautiful. And this video is not sponsored by Corona, but Corona, I do drink probably too many of them, so please sponsor me. We can do a little brand deal or whatever. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. Got the two rods out, waiting for the fish to bite, relaxing, enjoying your time, doing whatever you want. Mine, drinking, fishing, sleeping, reading a book, cycling, who knows, whatever your taste is. It's just the beautiful thing about coming out to nature, camping, fishing, everything like that. So yeah, like it, boys.